of course, it is me, Scott. That's right, that guy that spoke way too loud in his microphone. Chris, you are being recorded right now, right over there. Folks, this will all make sense, hopefully, in just a moment. In fact, I'm going to put my phone down. Chris, I'm going to stop recording so I can get on to, well, I think you know what this is all about. Yeah, that's right, folks. In fact, I'm going to send him this video real quick. Hello, everyone. I'm repeating myself once again. That's right. It's me, Scott, that guy that you occasionally stumble across here on YouTube. Some of you out there may see what you're seeing, but then again, according to the title of the thumbnail, some of you are completely aware of what's going on just by seeing this. And when I'm saying some of you, you're the old school fans. You were there back in 2017 when I started doing unboxings. I want to say it was 2017. Feels like it was longer than that, but it's been long enough. Well, folks, thanks to a surprise, I do have an unboxing today. And I'm getting notified right now from an individual that actually delivered this package today, an unboxing. I had no idea this was coming. Now, technically, what you see on the box, that's right, Chris, you just keep on sending messages. And, you know, I'm thinking about calling him right now, but I'm going to wait. Can't get upset because it was Christopher Webb, my co-host on Reminisce in the Man Cave. That's right, our podcast, our video podcast, and, of course, our audio podcast. That's right, Mr. Christopher Webb has given me this gift. And for a lot of you old school or just diehard fans, you probably are recognizing these simple initials right now. W.M.P. White Mass Productions. Now, in order to protect my good friend Christopher Webb, and of course the amazing artist Chris Morgan, I remembered to do that. Now see, if you're an old school fan, looking at my other camera right now, yeah, you're there. You know I had a bad habit of leaving those addresses on there. And you're probably saying, Scott, shut the hell up. Just take that knife and do this unboxing. I have seriously no idea. I mean, it's a White Mask Productions, right? At least I'm assuming it's a mask. This is a total surprise. And I know Mr. Webb, C. Webb, I could tell from his body language, he wanted me to do the old-fashioned thing, my old school unboxings, because I've been told by him and others that one of the things that they enjoyed about my old content was these old unboxings, which I didn't know it was that big of a deal, but you know what? It is what it is, right? Yeah, it's definitely a white mask. Oh, I love this feeling. It's been a long time. Because those chills that you get up your spine, right? Those chills. And you better not be going off camera or my laptop or whatever the hell you are over there. But part of my recording, I'm going to trust that it's recording. Oh, you better. You know what? Hold on a second. I want to make sure it's recording still.
Are you a complete loser? Well, go open a can of Reminisce in the Man Cave beer. It friggin' tastes awesome.
Drink responsibly. Only available at PodBeam.
Sorry about that. It has been a long time. See, I'm using different technology to record these videos and my screen was falling asleep. So I just wanted to make sure I'm still recording. Now, as I was stating, I miss that feeling that you get, those chills that go up your spine when you do an unboxing like this. And I can tell already just from this angle, oh yeah, it's... Nothing on the inside, as you can see. That's right. White Mask Productions. Wait a minute. Let's do a little... One of these days, I'm going to clean up that mess over there. So let's get a good look. Oh, lose my balance. Let's lose my balance. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. See, it's kind of like... I want to say, you know, like when you get that new phone, when you take it out of the box and that sound, that ASMR, that ripping sound, that's almost practically the same thing. when it's one of these new masks that you receive. And just by looking at the monitor, that's all I'm seeing right now. You guys are seeing this before I am. And this is definitely a white mask. Oh, wow. Oh boy, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Christopher Morgan, white mask. I am just, whoo. Damn. The man is very talented. I mean, I lose my train of thought. I'm bad at it as it is when I do videos, but these just kind of like, you start thinking about one thing, like the hair. I love how that feeling, that look when it first comes out, when you take the bag, there's just something about it. There's times I don't even want to style it. I like to leave it as is, I already got that one little, I never told you this. When I was a little boy, I was suffered with those bowl haircuts, and I naturally grew wings. In other words, Michael Myers' hairdo that he had back in the, 60s, I kind of had the same hairstyle. So yes, I had hair at one time. Enough about my balding ass, my fat ass. Let's get back into this bad boy. In fact, I'm going to do something else here real quick. I'm going to call him right now.
Hello?
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number
He'll
is...
call back. You know what I'm going to do real quick? Because I brought one of my mask stands out that I actually made. I did a tutorial video on it, basically to make yourself a nice mask stand and not spend a lot of money on it. I'll put the little thing up there in the left corner if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, it's really cheap. Hobby Lobby and the dollar store for the top here. These are excellent. In other words, if you're like me, you try to, you can stuff a mask. It's totally up to you. I try, if I don't have to stuff it, and speaking of I don't have to stuff it, white mask production, at least with this mask right here, I could stuff it, but I don't see the need. I figure that once it sits and settles in this room temperature, because this time of the year, it's really hot with that humidity. For where this package came from, I'm not going to say, because I want to respect Mr. Morgan's privacy, where he lives. In other words, if you order one from him, that's between you and Morgan on where it comes from. But I'm not sharing that information here. It's just privileged information. But it's hot right now. The whole entire world is dealing with this heat wave. So I figure, once it settles, then I make that decision on if I want to stuff it or not. But that's one great thing about these affordable mask stands that I make. And by the way, even the felt right there, Hobby Lobby, dollar store. I spent $20, it made 3 mask stands. But back to the mask. That's what's great about this mask stand. It kind of gives that natural form that we love so much from a white mask. A simple little plastic bowl. Beats the hell out of putting those damn styrofoam heads, the ones that damage your latex. Oh yeah, that looks sexy as hell. See, that's the one bad thing about doing these unboxings. You, the individual, don't get to, oh man. Right now I'm seeing a serious, it's almost like I got a combination of certain scene from Halloween, like a hero look, and that little tilt that Dick Warlock does when he stabs the nurse in the temple there, and the way his head tilts a little bit. Now these are my eyes right now. That's what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, I don't think I could capture it right now because you know how video is. You could have the most expensive camera in the world, and it can't see what your eyes could see. And of course, the lighting is completely different right now from the lighting that I'm getting from my own natural eyes. My rise, that's right. See, I have natural eyes, not natural eyes like you and Christopher Webb, which once again, I have to thank so highly for this amazing gift. This was totally unexpected. I don't know what I did to deserve this. Ah, man. It's been a long time since I've gotten an amazing mask from an amazing artist. I'm going to check my screen real quick because it's starting to fade off again. I forgot to set it up to where it just stays on all the time. So just hopefully enjoy this mask right now from this camera angle over here. Let's go with the, the phone camera. Since I want to go check on my other camera. Since so many of us have a cell phone in our pocket, and so many people are taking photos or videos with their cell phones, which is really the smart thing to do because it's right there. So convenient. Let's see what this guy looks like, well, a few days later after that unboxing. As you can tell, no fancy lighting, just this ugly ass lamp from up above. Natural lighting right there. Just a $6,000 iPhone. And if you believe that, then you'll believe anything I tell you. But seriously, folks, I thought, why not add this in? Now, if you want to see me wearing this mask, well, that's probably going to take another week when I got time to make the additional video, the follow-up video that I used to do from unboxings. Because I'm too tired, and I've got things to do here. So now back to our unboxing video. Yeah, folks, you can tell I'm a little rusty at this, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You guys are getting what you want to see. I'll do a follow-up video like I used to. You know, I do the unboxing videos, and then I would do a boxing. Man, I am seriously out of practice. But I'll do a follow-up. But the reality of it is, guys, I'm not as thin as I used to be. I may try this on, but if it's a little too tight, and if it's around the average size of a mask, like 24, 25, I'm just going to be brutal. My fat ass is probably going to look like a fat man in a little coat wearing this. But that doesn't matter. I can still do other amazing B-roll shots to where I can, I don't know, just do my thing. I'll try. Oh, man. That is one sexy bitch. Oh, yeah. White Mask Productions. This is the old school style. In other words, there are some amazing artists that are out now. There's no doubt about it. And I praise them. And I encourage them to continue doing what they're doing. But Mr. Chris Morgan, I want to say Christopher Morgan, doesn't matter. Mr. Morgan with White Mask Productions, he has been doing this for ages. He knows his stuff. In fact, if you go to like what I do now, podcasting, I'm sure it's still available, Halloween Unleashed. You will get some amazing stories that will never get old that Chris talks about, from white mask stories from the past. He talks to some friends. I mean, you're going to learn a lot about the 98, 99, Don Post, that infamous mask. Chris knows all about it. And the list can go on and on and on. The man knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. And there's no doubt about it. Probably every mask he does, he's like, okay, this one's better than the last one, and the last one, and the last one. Yeah, I love, like I said, I praise the new up-and-coming artist. I applaud you. Keep on staying busy. Work on your craft. Work on your art. You're always going to get better at it. Because if you're looking at this and have seen other images from, White Mask Productions, think of how he's progressed. Think of how much Chris has learned over the years. You are going to get there too, my friend. Trust me. It takes time and patience. And Morgan has got his technique down. And I could go on and on and on and on about Christopher Morgan, that's for sure. Because I know wasn't that long ago, I even did a promo with... We'll just do a practice one here first. And if it goes out perfectly, then we'll just do it over again.
Okay.
No, wait. Well, hello everyone, it is me, Scott. You know that guy that you occasionally stumble across here on YouTube? Today I have my very first guest, so I'm going to be a little nervous, so you could all point and giggle at me now. But don't point at this gentleman right here. This is Mr. Rick Ramby, making sure I'm not in the way of what he's got for us here. Rick Ramby brought us the HMMAT, the prize that they will be giving away from the $10 raffle. This is Rick. Once again, the one, correct?
That's correct.
So, Rick, what got you involved with this project with Chris Morgan, first of all?
Just like you're saying, Chris Morgan had reached out to me, and he said, hey, we have a birthday anniversary coming up for the HMMAT podcast. I want to use my one sculpt that he had just completed. And then he said, will you work with me on this? I'll send you a blank and you finish it for the raffle. and then we will open a $10 entry raffle for that podcast the night of March 31st, and they will do a live drawing, and people will actually call in, and the winner will actually have to call in on the air live during that podcast.
That was a fun day. Oh man. And you know what? I'm going to shut up because I feel like I've really did a major train wreck on this. I dishonored the gentleman that, gave me this beautiful, amazing present. Yes, it is signed on the inside. I forgot to mention that. I noticed that as I was putting it here on the mask stand. It is signed by the artist himself. So I want to make sure I at least tell you guys. Maybe I'll describe what it is. It's white mask production. Oh, it's economy 7. This is an economy mask? This is an economy mask. That's one of the reasons why I want to talk to Chris, to give me a little bit of a general idea. This is an economy mask? Holy shit. I'll take an economy mask any day from Morgan. Hell yeah. Here's another thing that I haven't described before. The one thing I love about from independent artists, you get what you pay for, even with an economy mask from White Mask Productions, because you can tell how solid it feels from, okay, I'm holding it here. I'll do this real quick. All right, here it is, right? My hand, a fist, big deal, right? I'm not gonna, the top of the mask, the inside, it feels solid. It doesn't feel like one of those, you know what? If you can't say something nice, then don't say anything at all. It feels like you really get what you pay for, even with an economy mask from White Mask Productions. I gotta know some more about this. I gotta learn some more about this economy mask. In fact, I know exactly what I'm gonna be talking about on our next podcast. At least I'm gonna bring it up.
And then I told that bitch that she should just take away my laundry.
That's
I don't
fucked
care.
up. I don't believe that shit.
Oh, Chris. Hey there. How you doing?
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I forgot to tell you we were. Okay. Yes, we're back.
That's right. Meet us in the man cave. We're Christopher Webb, who bought this amazing gift for me, where we talk about horror-related stuff. Anything from movies to latex masks, about the artist, which we are trying to get more and more artists to come under our show so we can sit down and talk about their passion, their art, their craft, or if they just want to sit down there and shoot the shit with us, where we talk about cars, music, random shit, beer, whatever you want to talk about. It doesn't even have to be about this stuff. So hint, hint, Mr. Morgan, if you ever feel like you want to join us, you can sit down in the man cave, meet us in the man cave, where we just have a few beers, a few laughs, and just shoot the shit and talk about how us old farts are just missing yesterday's music, I guess. See, it doesn't always have to be about amazing work like this, even though you just can't help but want to talk about it. Or just stare at it and still say to yourself, that's an economy mask? Okay. That being said, if you like what you see here, hopefully someday I'll do some more unboxing videos. And believe me, if I do, I will upload them here. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, tick it a little bit, scratch it, sniff it, see if it still smells like, that old bar downstairs production. Hold on. Man, I was about ready to end a certain video, but since you're on, I might as well just go ahead and continue this video. Sorry about that. I could edit it somehow. You could wave to everybody out there, all two cameras here. So, Chris, let's put you a little bit closer to my microphone here. Not one of those big ones that we have, down at that podcast station, Meet Us in the Man Cave. I just noticed momentarily ago, as I'm recording this video, that this is the economy mask, the White Mask Production economy mask.
This is the Economy 78 is what Chris is calling it, yes.
The economy, I have been repeating economy. I don't know how many times I've said it. Because if this is an economy mask, a White Mask Productions 78 economy mask,
He did this. He's bringing back his H6, and he's bringing back his Ghost 78, and he retooled both of them, and he's bringing both of those original masks back, and he's reselling them at a lower price.
This right here, Chris, first of all, I can't thank you enough. This is an amazing, I have a hard time saying economy, because as I look at it with my own two eyes right now, it looks more like what you would pay premium price for. And I'm not just saying that, because the quality, people always, well, how thick is the latex? It's damn good quality, thick latex. It's not cemetery gate thickness, which if you guys own a Warlock, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And, you know I could say cemetery gates if Chris is watching, because I know he respects highly what Mr. Lambert does.
Absolutely.
And of course, when the one thing I've always noticed, God, I feel like I'm doing a live video right now, and I'll bring this mask on tomorrow's podcast. What's amazing, like with White Masks Productions or Morgan's work, I love how solid the top feels. You know, like if your head's sitting inside of it, it's solid as hell. You don't just get that from, certain masks. I don't say, if I can't say something nice, then don't say it at all. But for an economy mask,
I know, right? I laughed.
Yeah, and I'm not laughing at, if Chris Morgan, and thank you again for this, both of you, Morgan and Webb, man, I butchered this video. I know I did, because it's been a long time since I've done these, but I don't care. This is fucking cool as hell.
She is pretty.
Yeah, in fact, at one point when I was looking at it, and there was a certain angle that kind of reminded me of Dick Warlock in the scene where he's getting ready to stab the nurse with that needle, because of the way I had it sit on here. But you know how it is.
I've only seen, progress pictures. Chris sent me progress pictures as it was going, so I've been started to get here for a while. I haven't seen it in person, but
it's definitely an H1, no doubt about it. It's just, every fan, you look at your collection and sometimes you just see something out of a mask. I can't put it on there. I'm trying to put it on a mask stand right now with one hand. But you know how it is. Sometimes you can see it and it always looks different. God damn, you know what sucks? This almost looks like this would be great on my life size right now.
Oh, you can't do that.
I know. But I'll tell you what, when you lay it on the bar, it looks sexy. Damn it. But yeah, White Mask Productions, Economy 78. Economy.
I know, it's really just the Ghost. It's the Ghost version 1.
Okay. I'll take it as it is. There's no doubt about it. And yeah.
I just, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it.
Oh yeah, I just have to deal with what everybody deals with. Okay, where are you gonna, display it?
Are you getting sick and tired of always losing at hide and go seek? Well, go open a can of Meet Us in the Man Cave beer. It friggin' tastes awesome.
Drink responsibly. Only available at PodBeam.
Well, that's gonna do it for this, Chris. I can't thank you enough. I'm gonna plug the shit out of this like I normally did in the past. I think I've mentioned it. In fact, I know I did. I'll do a follow-up video to this. I don't think my fat ass can wear one of these, but I'll do a follow-up video like I used to. If you want an economy mask, and it's priced a lot cheaper than, from what I understand, that most independent artists are, let's put it this way. See, I don't want to say the price publicly, because there's there's this unwritten rule when it comes to certain things in this business. But all I can tell you right now, if you yourself are interested in what you see here and in the near future, all you have to do is head over to Chris Morgan's. I know he's on Facebook. I'm sure you can message him there. Is that correct, Chris?
Yes.
As I'll put any information on how you can find Christopher Morgan or Chris Morgan. Too many Chris's right now I'm dealing with. But if you, Morgan with White Mask Productions, I'll put the link in the description box on how you can find Morgan. Because I know I'm pretty sure he's on Instagram, Facebook, and there could be some other outlets that you could find him as well. And let's just put it this way, from the price that I know, from what Webb told me privately, what you would pay for a rehaul on a TOTS, from what I've heard, and I'm not shaming other artists, but from what I've heard, what you could get right here, that's not a rehaul, that's finished from an old school artist, a guy that's been doing this probably longer than some of you have been walking, cheaper than what you can get a rehaul done. That's all I'm saying. You'll have to talk to Morgan himself on his prices, but this right here is cheaper than what I paid for certain masks 5 years ago. I'll just say it that.
And that's how he wanted it to be. He realizes that people are kind of going through rough times. He really wanted to try to give something back to the community with this Economy H6 and the Economy H1, which is basically just his retooled Rating Red is the H6. It's retooled, and I believe it's the Ghost 78. It's retooled. And he just wanted to offer, people that can't afford those crazy prices that we pay.
If you want to learn more about what Chris and I are talking about here, follow Chris Webb, C. Webb and I over at Meet Us in the Man Cave, our podcast, and we'll talk more about what, white mass production is, because you know what? With the collection that Webb has, when it comes to white mass productions, and if you're intrigued by this, and I've even told you guys to go over to Webb's YouTube channel where he's done unboxings. Once again, Chris, thank you so much for this amazing gift, and I'm looking forward to talking about this tomorrow. Well, folks, I do apologize for this video being kind of, I know I can edit and do certain things, but I just, when it comes to unboxings, I try to stay true. I try to stay, I try to at least show you what I'm feeling when it comes to these unboxings. And this being an economy mask, and it's not just the price, an affordable price for a really good independent mask that you can keep in your collection, or if you've just been wanting a really amazing H1 for your cosplay. This just the eye cutouts alone, I'm noticing these little things as I talk more. I love the weathering. Of course, we all have our own, how we like our masks to look. But me, if I had ordered this myself, this is my personal take. If the artist, well, how would you like your mask? I'd always tell the artist, just do your magic. Just do your magic. That's a little advice I want to give to all of you out there. If you trust the person that's creating your, magical, I want to say, experience like I'm having right now, and of course, a part of your collection. If you trust that artist well enough, then just trust them to do their very best on how they see it. I can guarantee you this, you will not be disappointed. In fact, you'll probably love your mask even more if you have someone like Chris Morgan. Just let him do his magic. Just trust him to do it the way he sees it. And then eventually, if you see something that you really, really, really like, well, if you build a healthy relationship between you and that artist, I guarantee you, he or she is going to be more than happy to create something that you may envision even more down the road. That's just the best advice I could give to all of you out there that are either just getting into this hobby, whether you're collecting it, or possibly even thinking of following Mr. Morgan's footsteps. By maybe you want to be your own artist, if you know what I mean. Never cheat yourself. Always ask, always learn, always, always continue creating. So that being said, I've got to stop creating right now and end this video, because I know I've got a lot of little glitches to fix since it's been a long time. I'm rusty at this. Once again, Christopher Webb, thank you so much for this amazing gift, for this 78 Economy W.M.P, or some people may say the W.M.P 78 Economy. And if you are a fan of the H6, yes, Mr. Morgan with White Mass Productions does probably the best H6s out there, and he'll be able to create you an Economy H6 if I'm hoping that I got that on the microphone here with Mr. Webb. And like I said, we'll talk about it on our podcast. Meet us in the man cave, because we do love talking about latex and the artists that are responsible for creating what we love so much. So Mr. Morgan, if you're watching, thank you so much for this incredible, I want to say gift, because it's a gift of how talented you are. I know it's been a while since we spoke. I would love to speak with you again. You're more welcome to join Chris and I on our podcast, because you're welcome there, my friend, anytime you want. And we will treat you with the highest respect that you deserve. And we could just talk about everything else if you feel like talking about everything else, if you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be, I mean, this is sexy. How can you not talk about it? All right. I'm finally shutting up. See ya. Subscribe. Get your ass over to our other podcast, because we kick ass over there. We're not as boring as those other podcasts, if you know what I mean. We're doing great shit over there, right? What can I say? He knows what he does.
Chris and I want to thank you for listening or watching Meet Us in the Man Cave. Since you enjoyed watching us, make sure you want to tell all your friends about us, subscribe today, and click on that notification bell. It's going to be helping you being reminded when our next episode is uploaded, or even possibly a live stream video. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. You can listen or download to Meet Us in the Man Cave on your favorite podcasting app, available to stream or download, so you can listen to us all you want, whenever you want. For more information, go to meetusinthemancave.podbean.com.